What if I told you the very thing holding you back isn't outside of you, it's inside you? Not the boss who overlooked you, not the partner who walked away, not even the circumstances that seem stacked against you, but something deeper, hidden. A chain you've learned to live with so long, you forgot it was there. We all have mountains: fear, shame, addiction, perfectionism, emotional wounds we've never admitted out loud, spiritual numbness we've dressed up as being busy, and maybe the most dangerous one of all, silence. The silence between what we believe about God and what we believe about ourselves. But let's get brutally honest. Some of us aren't stuck because we lack strength. We're stuck because we've been climbing the wrong mountain, trying to prove ourselves, trying to hustle our way out of trauma, trying to fix what can only be healed. And the truth? Some mountains weren't meant to be climbed. They were meant to be broken. This isn't about religion. It's about reality. We live in a world that tells us to think positive, grind harder, fake it till you make it. But psychology and faith agree on this one thing. Unresolved pain doesn't just sit quietly in a corner. It becomes the filter for how you see the world. It becomes the voice in your head that says, you're not enough, you're too late, you'll always be this way. Here's what they don't tell you. That voice, it's not truth. It's not God. It's a chain. And chains don't fall off by accident. They break when you choose to confront them. Faith isn't a band-aid, it's a bulldozer. Real faith doesn't tiptoe around your trauma. It storms in and flips the tables. It says no more living small, no more hiding behind productivity, no more pretending you're fine. Faith doesn't ask, do you feel strong? It commands, stand up anyway. Because faith isn't about how you feel, it's about who you trust. Success, as the world defines it, is a finish line. Status, wealth, applause. But success through the lens of the spirit, that's freedom. It's waking up without the weight of shame. It's doing your calling without needing everyone's approval. It's knowing who you are, even when the world forgets your name. And yet, healing doesn't begin with noise. It begins with stillness. And here's the paradox. While we chase louder answers, God often speaks in whispers. Not because he's hiding, but because intimacy is never shouted. It's found in the pause, in that moment between the panic and the prayer, between your doubt and your decision to trust anyway. This is where divine intuition comes in, the voice of the Holy Spirit, not just guiding your next step, but healing the parts of you you've been too afraid to face, the parts that sabotage your success, that shrink when opportunity comes, that lash out when love gets too close. You can't conquer what you won't name. And some of us have gotten so good at spiritualizing our chains, we call bondage balance, we call fear wisdom, we call disconnection independence. But faith will call it out. Because before God ever delivers you from something, he often delivers you to something, the truth. And here's the most beautiful, terrifying truth of all. Your freedom is not just for you, it's for your children, your relationships, your legacy. When you break the chain, you don't just walk free, you clear the path for others. This is why the enemy doesn't need to destroy you. He just needs to distract you. If he can keep you numb, busy, addicted to approval, and allergic to stillness, he knows you'll never hear the whisper that says you were made for more. So what if today you stopped climbing? What if you stopped striving and started surrendering? Not to defeat, but to destiny. Not to pressure, but to peace. Because faith that breaks chains doesn't come from effort. It comes from alignment. Alignment with truth, with identity, with a voice louder than your shame, stronger than your trauma, and more loving than your inner critic. So ask yourself, what chains are you still negotiating with? What mountains have you been trying to manage when you were called to demolish? And what if, just what if, the voice you've been ignoring isn't your doubt, but divine intuition whispering, speak. Move, believe, break every chain. The mountain doesn't get the final word, God does.